For the hips, we're going to start with our back against the wall. We're going to open up our knees and hips, and feet will go out. We are in a bear position here, or a bear base, holding this position passively, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8. Just breathing and relaxing in this position. This will be our passive stretch. When we perform our PAILs contraction, what we'll do is start pressing our ankles, knees, and hips into our arms, and our arms into our knees, ankles, and hips, creating an isometric contraction. So essentially trying to close the book or trying to close your legs as you're pushing your legs out isometrically. So you'll ramp that up from 0 to 100% slowly and progressively. Once you hit 100% effort, the whole body should be irradiating, the whole body should be intensified, and that's when you'll perform your RAILs contraction and you'll try to go further into your stretch, deepening the external rotation. So let's go ahead and start with the PAILs. Begin at 5% to 10%, 10% to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 30%, 30 to 40% intensity, 50 to 60% intensity, and 60 to 100% of your max intensity. And RAILs, go ahead and try to push away and try to go deeper into the stretch. Try to open up those knees as far as you can. Actively keep going, keep opening, and relax. Now that was a soft PAILs and RAILs for the bear base. It gives you an idea of what to perform during that stretch, and you can do it a little bit longer. You can passively hold for 2 minutes, amp up the PAILs for 30 seconds, and RAILs for 15 to 30 seconds. From here, we'll transition to a 90-90 position with our back hip in internal rotation and our front hip in external rotation. This is going to be an internal rotation stretch and PAILs and RAILs stretch. So if you're trying to strengthen the back hip, this is what we're going to try. So we're going to twist toward that back hip. We're going to hold this position. You can breathe and hold. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Our PAILs contraction will begin to press the knee into the ground, the foot into the ground, slowly progressing up to 100%, and our RAILs will try to lift the foot up off the ground. So here we're just holding and breathing. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8, just giving your body some time to get comfortable in this position. And then we're going to go ahead and begin our PAILs contraction. So go ahead and start at 10%. Start pressing the foot, the knee, the hip into the ground. You should feel some good tension in the back hip here. 10% to 20%, 20 to 30, 30 to 40%. Hold here. Slowly ramping up that hip and knee into the ground. Then from 40 to 50%, 50 to 60, and 60 to 100% of your safest and greatest effort. Twisting into that back side. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and RAILs. Try to get the foot up off the ground. Go deeper into internal rotation. It might not leave the ground, but try it anyway. Hold it. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring it down and relax in your passive stretch. From here, we're in butterfly, pressing the knees down. Knees are touching the hands are touching the knees. Passively holding here. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Just relaxing into this stretch before we begin our PAILs contraction. Our PAILs contraction will push our elbows into our thighs and thighs into our elbows, isometrically contracting and ramping up from 0 to 100%. So we'll use 100% effort, and then we'll go to our RAILs contraction. But first, right now, we're just breathing and holding. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. In this butterfly position, both hips are in external rotation. Just keep breathing. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Keep breathing. And we'll begin from 10% to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40%. Squeeze everything. Whole body contracts. 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 100% of your max contraction. 3, 2, 1. RAILs. lift away, try to go deeper into external rotation, squeeze the fists, try to get those knees down toward the ground, try to keep going, squeeze, 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 try to get those knees down, keep going, keep going, keep going, and relax into your passive stretch and butterfly. From here, we'll do some sideline hip cars. Notice that my back foot is pressing into the wall to create more radiation, and my hands are together. I'm controlling that hip in a full circle with my knee totally bent and my foot dorsiflexed. If you keep extending your knee, you can always put a tennis ball behind the knee and squeeze that, or a cloth, so that you know that your knee is flexed. You're going to go around 2 to 3 times one way, and you're going to go around 2 to 3 times the other way. Okay, so this would be a knee controlled articular rotation in the sideline position. Okay, you're going to feel like you have more range here and more control. And then from here, with the opposite leg, we'll do external rotation, passive range holds. We'll just hold and try to lift that foot up off the ground, and then we'll try to make it harder by pulling it up as far as it'll go, letting go, and then trying to keep it in the air for up to 3 seconds. So as you do that, you'll inhale, radiate, let go, and then try to hold it up. Keep trying to squeeze it all the way up, and then relax. Find your passive range. Inhale, solidify, let go, and go back to your passive. And so that would be a passive range hold with the front leg in external rotation. Again, inhale, hold, irradiate, let go, and that would be a passive range hold with the front leg in external rotation. From here, I'm going to show you a number 4 hover to butterfly. So we're going to hover that heel up. So this is active hip flexion and into butterfly. And then from butterfly to number 4, take an inhale, irradiate, lift up, straighten, and slowly hover it down to the ground. Try that one more time. Inhale, irradiate, and slowly bring it in. That would be a number 4 to butterfly transfer. From here, butterfly to bear. Inhale, irradiate, open up one foot, inhale, irradiate, and then extend that knee. And then same thing on the other side. Inhale, irradiate, and come back to bear. Inhale, irradiate, come back to butterfly. And then we'll try the other side here. Inhale, irradiate, lift up and out, open up to bear. Exhale, inhale, irradiate, lift up, extend the knee, slowly drop it down. Exhale, inhale, irradiate, lift up, active hip flexion and abduction and external rotation. And then inhale, irradiate, lift up, and go back to your butterfly. So that would be a butterfly to straddle transfer unilaterally. From here, I like pushing into the wall as I'm going in from internal rotation here, or from external rotation here to internal rotation. External rotation and to internal rotation. And what I'm doing here is I'm just measuring the degrees of freedom I have. Notice that I have a lot less internal rotation. So here's my internal rotation, and then here's my external rotation. Well, that's the middle. Now I'm going to go to the internal rotation here. So right here is just internal rotation. You're just holding end range at internal rotation or external rotation. So here's external rotation. Foot is dorsiflex. Everything is tight, irradiating the entire body as you're trying to hold end range in either internal or external hip rotation. This is going to build strength and mobility in your hip, both in internal and external rotation. Thanks a lot.